Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tuning of voyages. It is Dear UG here for a very early stream of Starwberry Vinegar. Hopefully today we actually complete this game, at least get the good ending, one of the two good endings anyway. That way we can get ready to start the next visual novel based game I have to do. She's lying in her futon, her ashen hair spread across her pillow. She stares up at the ceiling, her crimson eyes wide and starling. It doesn't look like she's trying to get to sleep. No one gets to sleep anymore. Welcome to the year 2020.
Reen, I was thinking about something.
What? Clayton, usually Lucile's the one who looks bashful now. I can see the blush on her cheeks even through the darkness of my bedroom. Maybe we're both allergic to each other? That might explain why I keep turning red.
I've had so much fun these last few days. More fun than I've ever had before in my whole life.
Isn't that because you got to eat a lot of food?
That's partially it, but it's not the whole reason. I'm not that greedy.
Well, I wonder.
I think it's because I was with you, Reen. You might be a little stern, and you scold me a lot, but you only do it because you care about me. My big sisters are the same. My big sisters have to love me because they're related to me, though. At least, that's what I think. That doesn't mean their love is worthless, and I love them a lot, too, but having a friend is a little different. It's not the same sort of love. I'm not used to it, and it's a little weird, but I think it's love all the same, no matter what you say.
He's not expecting to do the demon voice this early in the morning. It's great to stay up late. Got my root beer and water today. Cool, refreshing water.
I might be a demon, but I can still feel love. And I love talking to you, and I love being with you, and I just love you as a person. You really are my best friend, or bestest friend in the whole world, in the human realm, and in hell.
Wow, so this is how Scorpion and Sub-Zero became friends in MK11. Lucille. I blinked, a little taken aback by the sincerity in her voice. Since Lucille is quite a silly person, bobbing along through life like a rubber duck in a bathtub, rubber ducky, you're the one. Sorry, I had to do that. Remember, the secret word of the day is rubber duck. I never thought she could think about things so seriously. I must have been wrong. What can I say? Yep, time to make another... Yep, time to make another save again. We'll just use number 10 just because it's easier at this point. Wow, it's been a while since we played this. Let's see, because like I said, there's multiple endings. Let's see. Well, since we've already gone let's see. We have done the Winter Night's Daydream, which turned to be a Nightmare on Elm Street. We have done the thing about the candy, which turned out to be a love story and half of it, so fuck it. Demon love, why not? Well, I hold a hand on my chest. I can feel my heart pounding beneath the thin fabric of my pajama top. It's so loud I wouldn't be surprised if Lucille could hear it too. This isn't the first time Lucille has possessed her love to me today. She did it once before back on the couch. Well, coach. Why can't it just say bus? I was surprised by her sudden declaration at the time, but I didn't bring it up. Instead, I tried to ignore it. I ignored it because I didn't know what to say. That she only meant well. I ignored it. I ignored it, dropped because I was flustered and confused, and I thought it'd be easier to pretend she hadn't said anything. But that was wrong, wasn't it? It was cold and calculus of me. Lucille's feelings are important, even if I can't understand them. They deserve to be treated with respect. While it's true that Lucille's still young, maybe she really does love me. I don't have any right to deny her feelings. But where does that leave me? Though Lucille might love me, I still don't know how I feel about her. I like her, that's an undisputable fact. But is that the same as loving her? What does loving somebody even involve? I know there's a definition of love written in a dictionary, but that isn't good enough for me. I bet if I ask 50 different people on the street what love means, I'll get 50 different answers. You'd be right on that. Carmen would say love is like taking a shit. Yes, I remember that South Park episode. But I don't care what the dictionary says or what 50 other imaginary people might say. What am I going to say? What do I think? I know it's normal for girls to get crushes on other girls when they're younger, but isn't that something you usually grow out of? No, depending on who you are. That's kind of a weird question there. That's what I've heard on TV, but it doesn't always work like that, does it? I don't know. I don't really get it, but... Meanwhile, back in the... Lucille really is pretty. She's fascinated me from the very beginning, and she still does now. It's true that she annoys me, and she expectorates me, and she tires me out. But there's more to it than that. I've enjoyed her company these last few days, and I don't want her to go home. I can hardly stand to think about it. Isn't that what love is? Wanting to be with somebody all the time, no matter what? It might be a flawed answer, and perfect for my lack of experience, but it's still my answer, and I'm going to stick with it. If that's what love means to me, then... Lucille, I think I might love you too. Only a little bit, though. I mean, I'm still just a kid.
I can't believe it. Reen said she loved me. Reen said she loved me.
And then there's the freaky, creepy, happy music. La 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 la. All of a sudden, with a dubious squeak, Lucille grabs a hold of one of her pillows and hugs it hard.
Reen said that she loves me. She loves me.
Hey, keep your voice down. You're going to wake Mom and Dad up. It's not like I'm not happy about Lucille's reaction, but this is pretty embarrassing. I don't understand how I ended up liking this silly girl so much. This world really is full of mysteries. Day 6, yay, Saturday. We're almost at the end of this game. I yawn, blinking at the sunlight streams in through my bedroom window. My flimsy curtains attempt to resist the onslaught of holy light, but their best efforts are in vain. I sit up in bed and stretch. I don't think I'll be able to go back to sleep now, so I might as well get up. As they say, there's no rest for the wicked. Well, unless you live in South Dakota, because all you can do is sleep and milk a cow. Not that I think I'm particularly wicked, wouldn't that apply to Lucille more than me? Unsurprisingly, Lucille is still fast asleep. Her hair spurs across her pillow, tangled up in her horns, and her pale eyelashes are tightly shut. She's snuggled up underneath her futon, and I can see her covers rising and falling with each breath of air she takes. Lucille! She doesn't respond. She doesn't even stir. Lucille! I try again, my voice a little louder this time, but it still has no effect. Lucille continues to sleep, squirreled away inside her drink. Yeah, it's pretty much like Homer Simpson who's wrapped up in a blanket and like a warm, toasty cinnamon bun. You never want to get up when you're in that position of sleep. She looks so peaceful lying there, her face free of tension. Not that I've seen her look particularly tense, that I feel guilty for trying to wake her. Of course she's sleepy. She was sick a couple days ago. She woke up early yesterday to go on our school trip. To cap things off, she isn't a human girl at all, but a demon. So spending time in the human realm, as she terms it, must be tiring. Well, I've been going about my daily routine only slightly disturbed by Lucille's presence. Every single thing that Lucille has seen, smelt, touched, or tasted these past 6 days must have been new for her. Visiting a whole new world would be a lot for anyone to take in, especially a small girl like her. But I should at least try to wake her. She loves food and she'd probably get mad if I let her miss breakfast. More importantly, this is her last day here. She'll be going home this evening, and I might never see her again. I want to spend as much time with her as possible, even if that time does eat into her beauty sleep. She can rest as much as she likes when she returns to the warm, selfless embrace of hell, and all its eternally flicking flames. Lucia, wake up! Wake up! Nah. She winces but doesn't open her eyes. Is she trying to ignore me? That's the case, I won't hold back. Let's see how well she can ignore this. Lucille, if you don't wake up right now, I'll eat all of your breakfast and then there won't be any left for you.
No, my food. Not my food.
That sounds like me when somebody's trying to wake me up and they want to eat my pizza. What the fuck? That's right, your food. I'll eat all of it right in front of you. Just imagine all that fluffy white rice with a bowl of salty miso soup and delicious pickled plums. Okay, pickled plums. Ugh.
No. Anything but that. Anything.
I'm sorry, but you had your chance. I'm eating it right now, Lucia. I'm dipping my chopsticks into the bowl of miso soup and picking out the biggest block of tofu. It looks so good and so soft, I can't control myself anymore. I'm going to put it in my mouth now and... Uh-oh.
No. Give me back my tofu. You monster. I'll kill you. I'll really kill you.
Good lord. Oh, oof. I fall backwards holding my one hand in my mouth. My lower lip throbs. Something sharp spreads across my tongue. Is that blood? Did she just punch me in the mouth? At least that's one way to start my morning. Good lord. You don't fight over food, you dumb bitch.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to hit you like that.
It's alright. Don't worry about it. Dad fished a bag of frozen peas out of the freezer and held it against my split lip. So the swelling has mostly gone down. The blood has stopped too. We'll probably need to watch Lucia's futon washed. I bled more than I thought I did. And the futon was splattered with so much gore it looked like somebody had been murdered on those sheets. I think I've learned something valuable today. Demons are not only incredibly fast, they're also incredibly strong. Have you not seen a horror film with demons? Have you not watched Supernatural, you dumb bitch? Demons are always strong. That's just a fact. Shadow Wolf, cooking with the devil. Yep, very early in the morning cooking with the devil. Because, you know, I just love cooking with the devil and doing my funny voices for this game. Before I continue, drink of water. Gotta love these morning streams when you're waking up.
But I hurt you. I haven't made you bleed. I didn't mean to do it. I swear.
Shadow Wolf says it's funny. I knew you didn't. I shouldn't have teased you. I just didn't realize you were so strong. Lucia's lower lip wobbles. She stares at me, her eyes large and doe-like. A hunting weirdo.
I really am sorry, I mean. Is there anything I can do to make it...
That doesn't sound right. I can't... Anything I can do, it make... I think they should have spell checked this game just a little bit.
I mean, is there anything I can do and make it up for you? Anything at all?
I already said I'm fine. Just eat your breakfast. It'll get cold.
But I can't. I still have to apologize.
Okay, great. All I can think I'm sorry 2004 from the guy who won American Idol with the song I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I hate being old on occasions. You already have done. You already have done. You already have done.
I need to do it properly.
You really don't.
I know. I just had a great idea.
Is it a great idea though?
It really is. I'll be back in a second.
I think I can feel a headache coming on. Well, take 2 aspirins and call me in the morning. You young girls are always so energetic. If I didn't have such an ominous feeling curdling in the pit of my stomach, I'd ask my mother what she's doing in the kitchen at this hour instead of getting ready to go to work. I guess it doesn't matter that much. Maybe she has a day off. It seems unlikely from what little I know about that director, Suto. But it could happen. Stranger things have, yeah. Suto is like the Vince McMahon of Japan. Just a heads up. Things like a demon girl called Lucia Devalis appearing in my kitchen and turning my whole world upside down. Less than 5 seconds later, Lucia appears in the kitchen wearing that cute maid dress Dad made her. And what are you doing in that?
Isn't it obvious? I'm going to act as your personal maid for the day. That's the only way I can show you how truly sorry I am. Now, is there anything I can get for you, my lady?
Oh goodness, this is just, I can already see how this could turn out in 50 billion ways. A lot of them funny, a lot of them not appropriate for children. You can start by not calling me my lady.
But why not? As your maid, it is my duty to address you in a respectful manner, suited for your station, my lady.
My goodness, some bars root beer. By the way, I love root beer. Root beer is good for you and the environment. But please don't do that. It's making me feel weird.
Oh, do you feel sick, my lady?
Lucia walks towards me, her skirt fluttering around her legs and pressing one hand against my forehead. I feel my temperature skyrocket. My whole body trembles. My cheeks feel like they're burning. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno.
You do feel rather hot. Maybe you should go back to bed, my lady.
If I'm feeling hot, that's because of you idiot.
Huh? What was that, my lady?
Yes, what was that mean? What you said just now was rather interesting. If you feel sick, maybe you should take some cold medicine, my lady. Dad, are you trying to tease me too? What? No, I would never dream of it, my lady. You are trying to make me look stupid. Well, that hairstyle kind of makes you look stupid to begin with. I'm not trying to make you look stupid. Honestly, I guess I just got caught up in the flow of things. Lucia frowns, flirting with the hem of her skirt.
I'm sorry if I made you mad. I was just trying to cheer you up.
I press one hand against my chest, lean back in my chair. I need to gather my composure. Imagine a cool Tianqi oasis. Breathe in, then breathe out. Breathe in, then breathe out. I wish I wasn't in an oasis right now, because it is hot as hell in Virginia. It's only a little bit after almost 12, and it's like, good lord, Bo. In the 90s. That's why I'm keeping my fat, beautiful ass in the house. I ain't going out again till Thursday. Got the air conditioner pointing at me, keeping the 225 pound of awesomeness cold. Lucia didn't mean to upset me. She was just trying to cheer me up with her own odd, inconceivable Lucille logic. There wasn't anything for me to scold her for. Guess I feel a little jumpier around her than usual, given my musings last night. I told her that I loved her. Is that really true, with my feelings exposed to the harsh morning light? I'm not sure. I don't entirely understand what love is. Is this love that I'm feeling? Oh God, I'm singing again. Stop. But I think I was sincere when I confessed to her. It's how I felt at the time, and it's how I feel now. If I didn't love Lucille, why else would my stomach be twisting itself into knots at the sight of her face? I sighed, blushing a strand of hair out of my face. I'm alright. I'm not mad at you. I was just a bit surprised. Ah, I did not read that in my voice. Shit. Let me go back. Rewind.
I'm alright. I'm not mad at you. I was just a bit surprised, that's all.
So, you don't mind if I act as a maid, do you?
Well,
I'm not sure about that, but Lucille looks so hopeful. I feel mean if I shut her down. Didn't Lucille say her mom liked dressing up in silly outfits? Must run in her family. What do the rest of her sisters look like?
Sure, if you want. You can be my maid. Just for the morning, though, okay?
I don't want her calling me as my lady when we go outside. That'd be problematic. I'd never be able to live it down.
Yeah, thank you, my lady. You can rely on me.
Let's hope so.
Now then, my lady, would you give for me some assistance? Open your mouth and say, ah.
What the fuck?
Are you trying to feed me now?
Of course, what maid could do more for our most beloved lady?
I don't know if maids usually feed their masters.
Apparently you have not been to California, Rain.
Well, this maid is going above and beyond her line of duty. I just want my lady to feel well cared for.
But why?
Isn't that obvious? It's because I love you, silly. Now say ah.
I feel like that's what parents say to their children when they're trying to make them take terrible cough medicine. Hey, that isn't fair. How on earth can I encounter something like that? You get up and you leave. That's how you counter that. But never mind. Meanwhile, out in the park, in the 100-degree weather.
Why did you take us out here, Mom?
Oh, no particular reason. I just thought since it's such a nice day, this definitely ain't in Virginia, it would be a shame to waste it inside. No, fuck off. I want to stay inside where it's cold. Mom's right about that. The sunshine washes over me, warming the top of my head and the tip of my nose into a fleshish deep pink, and then I get set on fire because it's 100 fucking degrees and I'm wearing a pink hairspray. Again, not a family stream. Dragonflies and butterflies flutter in the air, splashes of cool color against the late blue sky. Now I'm sounding like Rocky. I'm sounding like Blue Uncle J Moose. The trees sway gently, rocked to and from by the breeze, and their leaves rustle. This is the same old river I walked past when I have to go to school, but it looks different today. That's because it probably is probably the river from Cabin Fever, and there's a dead body in there that's floating. It's going to make your turn into rotting flesh. Sorry, I was watching Cabin Fever this morning when I originally woke up. I have no shame in horror films. Maybe it's because I'm with my mother. I hardly ever get to spend time with her, so just being by her side makes the familiar and everyday seem new and exciting, special somehow. I glance at Lucille. She's staring out at the water, her lips pursed, blonde hair flaming her face. She could almost be a painted figure, if not for the fluttering of her hair. This might be the last time I'll ever look at this river with Lucille. Well, technically in this video, yeah, because I gotta go back and platinum this game, which, that's gonna be fun. Something inside my chest twists. I wince. Thinking about that is painful. I need to say something, anything else, anything else, but what?
Even though it's such a nice day, I noticed you didn't invite Dad out on our walk.
Of course I didn't. Your father needs to clean everything away after breakfast. I can't abide living in a messy house.
But Dad was the one who made the breakfast in the first place. Shouldn't you help him a little bit? Just, Reen. You might be a smart girl, but you have a lot to learn about adult relationships.
Great, this is starting to make me want to do a video of the game I picked up over the weekend, We Should Talk, which is also about relationships. Great. I got 2 games about love and I'm single. Fuck. I could learn something. Oh, maybe not. People in this world can be split firmly into two categories, sadistics and masochists. For any relationship to work, each person should fall into a different side of the spectrum. I don't know if bringing Decade into politics of romance relationships is a very good idea. I never read any of his books, but from what I've gathered about him during my 9 years, he wasn't exactly the most romantic of people.
Are you saying Dad's a masochist?
That's right. Your father loves being bossed around. It brings him joy and gives him purpose. Without my constant demands, he would float around like a jellyfish, swept along by the tide. Well, there might be a bit of truth to that.
I'm kinda confused. Rain looks grumpy all the time, so she should be a sadist. But then she blushes and stammers when she gets embarrassed too.
Then maybe Rain is a rare mix of both. Such a thing might be inevitable given she's the daughter of an extreme sadist and a massive masochist. I feel like this would be what happens if your dad was Lex Luger from the 90s.
I'm neither of those things. Don't be so ridiculous. You can't just group people into categories like that.
Yes, you can. Welcome to the year 2020. You belong to so many categories already. Star sign is Vertigo, and you can still buy children's tickets on the train.
That last one doesn't have anything to do with my personality, and blood groups and star signs are stupid. They don't have any bearing at all on what you're like as a person. Only your actions should decide that.
Oh, let's agree to disagree for now. Mom giggles, pushing up her glasses on the bridge of her nose. Mom always wears dark sunglasses when she goes outside. She says it's to hide her identity, so people won't realize she's the semi-famous actress Shikuya Yakuya, but I'm sorry for butchering all these names. The sunglasses she wears are huge, and they always draw more attention to her, not less. It's probably what she wants, though. Mom's such a showy person. By the way, Lucia, do you want to see where I've been filming?
Oh yes, that sounds cool. Where is it?
It might be a bit hard to see with all these trees, but if you peer all the way over to the other side of the riverbank, you should be able to spot it. Mom points and Lucia follows her fingertips with her eyes. She gets onto the tips of her toes, clutching the metal barrier that separates the bank from the river with both hands and stares.
What is it? Where is it?
Do you see that big gray building over there? That's the hospital, and that's where I've been these last few days. Oh, so you have the coronavirus. Okay, that's why you haven't been home. That joke was terrible. Oh, the terrible dad jokes are coming out today in this video, folks. Enjoy them.
I think I can see it. That's cool. That's really cool.
I know, right? My mother may be many things, but humble is not one of them. I enjoy working, but... Mom sighs. I'm tired of rolling my days away inside that glorified monstrosity. The patients look like they're knocking on death's door, and the staff are so serious. They ain't even any attractive doctors. Weird.
Isn't that what TV dramas are for?
I suppose so. We're selling teenage girls and lonely housewives alike fantasies about attractive doctors, as reality is sadly incapable of providing them for us. If any doctors turn around here... If any doctors around here were as good looking as Yamada, I bet more women would be coming down with colds and headaches.
Hey, are you sure you should be smoothing over other men like that?
Especially a popular actor like Yamada, who's beloved by everyone, old and young. All the girls in my class love him. I might be the only one who doesn't, and I don't even think he's that good looking. Alrighty then.
Are you chastening me, Rain? Not really. I just think it's sad. You shouldn't talk about other men when you have Dad.
Oh, Oh, don't be so serious, dear. I was just joking.
You are?
I can never tell with Mom. Yes, Governor might be physically appealing, but he's quite dull in real life. When he doesn't have a script to read from, all he can talk about is tennis, or his car, or the benefits of drinking vegetable juice every morning. Oh God, it sounds like a hippie. It's strange how so many talented actors in the world who can bring their viewers to tears with a few lines, but when they drop all the penance and act only as themselves, they become incredibly tiresome.
Maybe that's because people have high expectations of them, so the mediocrity of their real lives is disappointing. Well, that might have something to do with it. It doesn't change the fact.
Yamada bores me to tears.
And if he didn't? Well, let's see. Even if I did find his conversation intellectually stimulating, which I don't, I still wouldn't be interested. I'm busy enough as it is without trying to have an affair on the side. Ah, that's good.
I don't like thinking about such things, but I can't deny that I have wondered once or twice whether Mom might be cheating on Dad. I mean, why wouldn't she? Mom is beautiful and a lot of men like her, and she's currently surrounded by attractive actors. She works with some of the most sought-after men and preference on a daily basis. Kazuka and I might be rather different, but I really do love him. We've been together for almost 17 years now, and I wouldn't want to trade that time we spent together for the world. Now, but Kazuka fell in love with me before all of that. We were in high school when we started dating, you know. Of course I know, Mom's told me this story a few times before when she's in a more sentimental mood, i.e. when she's had too much to drink at a wrap-up party and has come home smelling of expensive champagne. It still, however, isn't privy to those details about my family like I am. She looks at Mom with wide eyes excited.
Really? You known each other for that long?
Yes, it was during our 3rd year of high school. Oh, great flashback. Let's do the time warp again. Take a nice good drink of root beer real quick. Get my voice back to normal. We lived in the same neighborhood and walked the same way to and from school, but he was too nervous to talk to me. I'll be right back, guys. I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Had to go help my mom real quick. Many of you know on Sunday she fell. So I'm trying to keep an eye on her the best I can. Where was I? Oh, yes.
Even though Kazuka has always been tall, he was so shy, even back then. Perhaps he was even shyer since his height made him stand out so much. The PE teacher thought he might be good at basketball, which was a complete joke. He flinched every time the ball came near him. He got teased quite a lot. Maybe that's why he's so shy. It took him a whole 3 years before he finally plucked up the courage to ask me out. I never really paid much attention to Kazuka before. I knew of him since we were in the same class, and I saw him on the way to school, but I never approached him. I was always surrounded by all of my girlfriends, you see, and I did have a lot of girlfriends back then, and I was too busy gossiping to pay attention to anyone else. I never knew the whole time a boy I hardly spoken to had managed to fall in love with me. Then, in my 3rd year at school, I got a part in a play with the drama club. It was Carmen, and I was picked to play the lead. I was happy about that, but it meant I had to stay behind at school a lot to practice. On this particular day, I was walking back home alone. It was the beginning of spring, and the cherry blossoms were blooming all across the riverbank. It's sad that they don't have as many blossoms there. That's one of the things I miss about Okiatami, even though it's a rather small town. The trees were swaying in the breeze, and the sky was perfectly blue. It's almost like something from a movie. That's when I saw Kazuka. I knew him only vaguely, but this was the first time we'd been alone together, and I was a little curious. Isn't it strange? You can be aware of another person for years, but still not know anything about them. Perhaps drift in and out of our lives all the time, just like those cherry blossoms, and we may never know how they feel about us because we never stop to ask. I think that's why I decided to approach Kazuka. I wanted to do something impulsive, something I haven't done before, so I called him over and introduced myself. He seemed surprised. He was so lost in his own thoughts he hadn't noticed me, and he jumped like a startled kitty. Then, when he saw who I was, his face went bright red, and he started apologizing. For what, I wondered? Being alive? Breathing my air? I thought it was funny that such a tall guy was so very flushed by a small girl like me, so I started to laugh. That might have relaxed him, because he smiled, and the two of us began to walk back home together. I asked Kazuka what he's been doing, staying behind at school so late. He said he's been trying to do his maths homework in the library, but it was too difficult, and he still didn't understand it. He looked a bit tearful about it, actually. He really hasn't changed at all since then. I said since we're in the same class, I could help him if he wanted. I was a good student, and I liked helping other people. Maybe it's because I like feeling superior. I never offered to tutor a boy before, though. I mostly spent my time helping my female friends, so it was new, and it felt exciting. Maybe it was because of the cherry blossoms. When you see cherry blossoms, they inspire you to take chances. At least, they do for me. Kazuko and I became friends after that, and we've always walked to and from school together. I introduced him to my friends, and they seemed to like him. Maybe that's because they were scared of him. They must have known if they teased Kazuo, I'd find a way to take my revenge. Maybe they whispered things about us behind our backs, but I didn't care. I never
I never have done. All I knew was I liked spending time with him, and even though we weren't very alike, he always made me laugh, though I doubt it was intentional. Teasing him was fun, too. I liked asking him to rate the girls in our class in order of attractiveness. I'd ask where he kept his dirty magazines, and he always blush and stutter. Sometimes I even picked up the fine cherry blossoms and threaded them in his hair. That made him look especially cute, but he disagreed. He never told me to stop, though. Maybe I didn't want anybody else to bully him because I bullied him enough myself. Fortunately, my petty cootie didn't make his feelings towards me waver. I might have not been the girl he hoped for I was when he first saw me, but now we really were friends. And we were closer than he had ever dreamed he would be. After a few weeks of our tentative friendship, he confessed his feelings to me just like that. I never thought such a bold move would have been possible for a shy person like Kazuga, so I was impressed and flattered. I don't know why I agreed to go out with him. I'd been with a few boys before, but I never took it very seriously. I didn't even like Kazuko that much, and we were just friends. I never considered that we could be something more. I think, if I'm being honest, I accepted because I was bored. And although having a new boyfriend might be fun, I was torn about his heart, and I didn't intend to keep it for very long. And then I ended up falling in love with him too. Oh, how sweet. Maybe it was because he was so earnest. Maybe it was because he was so gentle. Maybe it was because he was so sweet. This just proves this is all fake. So I have been known to be a gentle and sweet, and I still single, so fuck. Maybe it was because of the cherry blossoms, and I was young, and he was my first proper boyfriend. I don't know. But I don't regret meeting Kazuko, and I don't regret our relationship. He really is a good man. More than I might deserve, since I'm not always very nice to him. I really do love him, even if he is an idiot. He's my idiot. Oh, somebody get the box of tissues. Mom's tone soft when she talks about Dad. She sounds unusually verbally unguarded, despite those dark sunglasses. I can't see her eyes, but I can see her lips. They've curved upwards into a small smile. Ever since then, Kazuko supported me through thick and thin. He always puts his own dreams to one side to support mine. He never really tries to discard me from accomplishing my goals. I suppose he's like a Tellus, maybe.
A Tellus?
Yes, Tellus support climbing plants, but they don't have to use on their own. Kazuko's the same. I think he's happiest when he's helping me pursue my goals. I appreciate it, but I worry sometimes I don't know if he thinks about himself as much as he should. That's why he's been so down lately. His love and affection makes me happy, but I wonder, I don't know if it's making him happy. I know he stays at home to take care of the chores, and he likes being there to greet you when you return home from school. But I think he's a little more ambitious than he claims to be. He has his own dreams, and I worried mine may have cloaked his. Maybe I should have a talk with him. I don't want him to tire himself out. I love him too much for that. Sometimes I doubt Mom's feelings for Dad, but in quiet moments like this, I'm able to gauge how she really feels. Mom does love Dad. She must. It's obvious in the way she talks about him. I hope when I get older, I can love somebody just as much as Mom and Dad love each other. That really would be something to strive for. But parents have a lot of differences, but they're able to put those to one side so they can help one another. So they can support one another because they love one another. I know I might be a little cliche to say this, but that really is something special. Lucia too looks preserved. She taps Mom's arm, peering at her with imploring eyes.
Miss Yuki, I have a question.
And Wado get work, damn it. Yes, what is it, sweetie?
You sound really smart. So I think you should know. How do you know when you find somebody that you're in love with?
Oh my, you young girls sure grow up fast nowadays to ask questions like that.
I'm serious. I really want to know. This could be important.
This isn't related to our conversation yesterday, is it?
Well, love is very a complicated thing. We humans ain't all that intelligent, and we're bad at perceiving things with too many services. We have a difficult time understanding our own feelings. And so we second guess ourselves or get things wrong. We might think that we love somebody when it's a passing, I'm just going to say fad. Or we might tell ourselves our feelings are fleeting and foolish when they are rather more serious than that.
Oh, I will say this, when I do the next one, I'm going to probably have a lot of fun with the voice acting. So I had to check my messages on my phone. Apparently, I'm getting messaged a lot today. Water.
Even so, I believe when one is in love, one should know it instantly in here.
Mom places her hand against her chest, just above her heart.
Even if our minds try to play tricks on us, you just have to be honest with yourself.
So that's what love is, huh? Sounds kinda complicated.
It is complicated. It gets easier to understand our feelings when we get older.
I see. So if love is about wanting to be with somebody all the time and feeling happier when you're with them, then I really must be in love with Ring. After all, I love her more than anybody in the whole wide world.
Oh, demon love. Meanwhile, at the restaurant, of course, because we had to go eat.
Wow, what is this place? It's some kind of place devoted to pagan worship of food.
Do a quick save here, just in case of YouTube crashes. We've been doing on this one.
How funny. This isn't a palace, Lucille. It's just a restaurant. Restaurant?
Oh, whoops.
Restaurant?
You don't have restaurants in Norway?
Maybe we do, but I've never seen one before.
How peculiar. Then let me enlighten you. Restaurants are where people go to buy food rather than making it themselves.
Oh, I see. But how are these unlimited stacks of foods produced? Humans don't have access to this patented magic circle technology, do you?
Magic circles?
Yes, they're very convenient.
Wow, Norway sounds like an advanced country. Oh, come on.
Are we still trying to pretend that Lucille comes from Norway when the stuff she says is so obviously bizarre? I don't know why Mom and Dad decided to play along with this charade, but it's really starting to get on my nerves. You can spin a single joke. You can spin a single joke out for far too long.
At any rate, they don't summon the food; they cook it for us in kitchens.
You just can't see it from here because they close off that area off.
Oh, so it's similar to a convenience store food.
I suppose, but it's a bit fresher than that. You order the food and they make it for you.
I see. If it's in me, then I suppose it's alright. The lovers of love should be adequate.
Wait.
I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but most of the food here is packed in plastic bags and stored in the freezer. All they do is defrost it. Love is irrelevant in the face of the economy.
Is that really true?
Oh, Irene, don't be so mean to Lucille. You'll spoil it for her.
Mom chastised me, peering out over the top of her dark sunglasses. I don't know why Mom always wears those shades when we go out. Who does she think is going to recognize her? The lovey-dovey couple sharing an ice cream sundae by the window. The little girl trying to shove her new chopsticks up her nose, to the embarrassment of her parents. The baby sitting in a high chair trying to lick his own elbow. Since we always used to take you here, Reen, kids and I thought it might be nice to treat Lucia too. It's something of a family tradition after all. I know. Though I'm being rather negative about this restaurant, I don't dislike it. It's nostalgic. Landmark from my childhood, a place where I wandered away many an hour when I was younger, happier and decidedly less cynical. I've had several birthdays here, and Dad used to take me here sometimes after our trips to the aquarium. He always bought me my favorite, the strawberry sundae. Even though it was so big, I could never finish it by myself. It's been a couple years since last came here, but the decor hasn't changed. It looks exactly the same as ever. From the prosciutto wooden tabletops to the bling walls, even the menus are exactly the same. I flipped through my menu looking for desserts and find, with no great surprise, that the strawberry sundae of my youth is still here, in all its ice cream ladder, strawberry topped glory. Are you looking at that strawberry sundae, Reen?
No, of course not.
I know you always like that sundae, but shouldn't you take a look at the dinner menu before you start thinking about sweets? You'll get indigestion if you eat dessert first.
I know that. I'm not a little kid. Jeez.
I flipped back to the dinner section, trying to hide my blush behind my menu. I don't like being teased, but it's especially galling being teased by somebody like Dad. I'm kind of happy about that, though. I'm glad you still remember those strawberry sundaes. You must have enjoyed the time we spent together back then.
It was fine. I was young back then, so I would have been happy with anything.
Alright, if you feel like reliving your early years with the taste of the strawberry sundae though, don't hesitate to ask. I'd love to order it for you.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm not interested in the stupid sundae at all. My tastes have matured a lot since then. I don't like sweets nearly as much as I used to.
That's a lie.
You're so cute, but you can't be honest with yourself, Reen. If you want to order the sundae, just say so. There's nothing wrong with indulging yourself.
I want to try the sundae too. I love sweets.
See, Lucia sounds excited as well.
Lucia's always
excited when food's involved.
That might be true, but I'm not just excited about the food. I want to see you smile a lot, Rick. Just like Chris said you used to. Saying with a big, big smile might be the fondest memory I could ever hope for. Fonder than any kind of food.
I look down at the table, my face turning bright red. Why does it feel like everybody is going upon me?
Anyway, I'm going to order my main. We need to hurry up. We're annoying the waiting staff. You might be right about that. Ascension is next to godliness, or so they say. I think that's cleanliness is next to godliness. Maybe so, but to have to clean and tidy a home must be efficient. Efficiency is what is truly important in this world.
Oh, I did not want to save. I hit triangle. Oh, triangle's the save button. Okay, I did not know that. That sure is easy for Mom to say, given she never does any household chores. If Dad wants such a doormat, he'd probably call her out on that. Of course, he doesn't. He just smiles. So, what are you two going to have? Since it's your last day here, Lucille, feel free to get as much as you want. Oh dear God, that's a bad idea.
Really? I can have whatever I want?
I can hear the sound of our
As obvious that is, I think you might want to retract it. At least you live to regret it.
Huh? There's nothing wrong with letting Lucille pick a few more dishes, is it though?
You say that now, but you'll be sorry. She held her way through the entire restaurant, and then we have to sell our house to pay for the losses, and then the Yakuza will come after us, and we'll have to harvest all your organs and sell them on the black market.
Wow, that got dark. Okay, actually, this is a funny picture. I gotta laugh at this for a minute. Oh god, that's funny. It's not expecting that.
Green, that's so horrible. You're meant to be a 9 years old, but you're tiny like a hardened criminal. I'm sorry, but the world is a cruel place. We can't maintain our innocence if we want to survive.
Yeah, play the force. You'll lose your innocence.
But I have no problem showing my organs to support you and Yuki. But why do you want to kill me off so quickly? You didn't even try to think of any other options. I'm sorry, Dad, but the strongest must prey on the weak to survive. You were never meant to last. Well, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't want to be eaten, but I don't want to eat others either. And that is precisely why your organs will be harvested and stolen, not mine.
On second thoughts, maybe you should restrict yourself to only one meal a seal.
But there's so much good food on here. I want to eat all of it.
Yes, but if you eat all of it, it might put our family's finances in a rather precarious situation.
But if you're low on money, can't you just sacrifice a chicken on the altar to Mania so he can bless you with wealth and riches?
I don't know how the economy works in Norway, but in Japan there are no altars to any demons of greed.
That's a shame. It sounds like you humans really do have it hard.
Nasir sighed, scanning through her menu with less enthusiasm than before.
I don't really understand, but it would be an inconvenience. You order one dish, but what?
Nasir ponders, holding one finger against her lower lip.
Oh, I know. You're a clever person, Reed, and you've been here before. You must know what's the tastiest, cheapest item on the menu. Oh, I think I'll order what you get.
Well, I wonder what I should get. This is the last meal she'll be having with us, so I don't want to pick something Nasir doesn't like. Alright, we're gonna do a save here again because we do have this one has two choices for the for trophy reasons. You know what? I'm gonna go with what I would order, the hamburger steak. I do love those. I spin my plate a few times, observing my meal from a few angles, but there's no denying it. This hamburger steak topped with fried egg instead of the sweet potato fries looks just like the same as it always did. Dad watches as I play around with my food, a small smile on his face. You always used to order this when you came here with me, didn't you? Yeah, it really hasn't changed at all, even though it's been so many years.
It wasn't so many years. I mean, just 1 or 2, maybe 1.5.
That's still enough.
I suppose. Ha 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 ha. Dad laughs awkwardly, running a hand through his hair. When you get old like me, a few years here and there don't seem very long, and it goes by in the blink of an eye.
Not for me, though. There's still lots of things I want to see and do in this world.
And yet, despite your lofty ambitions, you decide to eat something you've had countless times before.
Well, even I can feel nostalgic.
Dad smiles at me fondly, fluffing the top of my head with one hand. You're such a funny girl, Irene.
What do you mean, funny?
If anything, I think Dad's the funny one with those frilly aprons and prosperity to tear-stained melodrama. You talk like such an adult, even though you're so young. Sometimes I feel like you're more of a proper human than I am.
I don't think it's funny. There's nothing wrong with being mature.
Bullshit. I wasn't saying there was anything wrong with it. It's just interesting, I suppose. Nevertheless, I'm glad you ordered something you always had when you came here with me. The time you spent with me back then, huh?
Of course I valued it. I mean, you're my dad. Even though you bother me sometimes, I still love you.
Oh, really?
Please don't sound so shocked. You're making me feel guilty.
So I just didn't expect it, that's all. Ah, she loves me. Irene said she loved me. I'm so happy. watch those 2 videos when I'm done with the stream, because I do love those 2 channels.
You're so silly, dear. It should go without saying that Reen loves you. I love you a lot, too.
Aw, Yuki, you're so sweet. I'm not worthy.
You're pretty worthy. I wouldn't have stayed with you for so long if you weren't.
I smile as I listen to Mom and Dad chatter. I didn't realize it, but over these past few years, I've been drifting apart from Dad and Mom too. Mom's always busy at work and I'm at school, even though we're part of the same family. Living under the same roof, we hardly ever spend time with one another anymore. It's almost like we're strangers. The only thing that brings us together is breakfast every morning. If food is the bond that ties our family together, is that why Dad tries so hard with his cooking? Does he do it for our sakes? But breakfast wasn't enough to sustain our family bonds. Not when Mom started working harder and eating less. Morty managed to spend around 10 minutes or so sat together each day like a true family. We wouldn't be together like this if it wasn't for Lucille. She became an indispensable member of our family over the course of this week. Though she doesn't realize it herself, she hoped to bring us back together. Oh, that's nice.
You look serious, Reen. Are you going to eat?
I am. I'm just admiring my food.
Admiring the food is fun, but eating it is even better. Especially when I get to eat with you.
Thank you.
So, this is the Empire steak you used to eat when you were younger.
Alright, well, the voice acting's gotta stop. The voice is getting hurt.
That's right. I have a lot of food memories about this dish. It's nostalgic.
Then I'm glad I was able to share it with you. This makes it even taste better. I take a forkful of my own hamburger steak, making sure to dip it in the egg yolk and eat it. I'm not sure if it's because of Lucille's cheerful smile or my own fond memories, but this hamburger steak really does taste good. It's warm, and not just because it's served only a minute or so ago. The burger is made from ground pork and beef, mixed with fried onions. The fine slices of onion add a natural sweetness to the hamburger patty, and give it a certain amount of crunch. The hamburger is flavored with salt and ground pepper, which spreads across my tongue with a very fist forkful and a burst of spiciness. The lettuce and sweet potato fries add some body to the soft hamburger patty and create a nice concept. The white rice, meanwhile, has also absorbed the flavor of the deep brown Chukchashi sauce, which makes it taste rich, yet not too heavy. Is it as good as you remember, Reen? I chew my hamburger patty and saw, but after the aftertaste of this sauce, salt and pepper remains. No, it isn't. In fact, it's very better. Aww. Meanwhile, back with the demon girl. Ah, that was really good. Thank you for choosing something so delicious, Reen.
Really? I wasn't sure if you would like it. The food here is pretty cheap.
It might be cheap, but since you're the one who picked it for me, it was filled with love. Oh God, not that. Ugh. Is that how love works? Well, I do love when I cook for my family, and I'm happy when they eat it. So maybe. Yep. You don't need to make something by hand here to be in love with it. Choosing something to make somebody else happy is another act of love.
For a demon, you sure to care about love a lot.
Of course I do. I might be from hell, but I'm not so different from you. I also like to be loved and appreciated. Well, that's weird. And we'd love and appreciate you too. You're adorable, Lucille. Yes, I am really glad that you came to live with us. Reen should really tell us about her cute pen friends more often. I was starting to worry that she didn't have any friends at all.
Well, you don't need to be worrying about that. I'm going to be Reen's friend forever, no matter what, even if I can't be with her all the time. I'll still exist inside her heart.
The fond memories we made together can never fade. That sounds like something you'd hear on E.T. Of all the corny lines, yep. I sink down in my seat. It's not like I'm not happy about those sentiments, but having them expressed so cleverly is embarrassing. So do you want to order that strawberry sundae, Reen?
I never said I wanted to order it. You're jumping to conclusions.
But it was the first thing you looked at when you picked up your menu. You don't need to be bashful. There's nothing wrong with liking sweets.
I'm not bashful.
Yes, you are, bitch.
Well, I want to try that sundae even if you don't. Sounds really delicious. Because I'm such a kind person, I'll let you share some of it too, Reen, even if you don't want it. How does that sound?
Nicely done, Lucia.
Reen can't refuse now. If you're getting that sundae for yourself, then it's not like I'll stop you or anything, geez. But it's not like I wanted it or anything.
Yeah, that's a lie. Lies.
Aw, it's so cute.
I hope you enjoy it.
We will, thank you, miss. You're the best.
The waitress flushes, cooling a strand of dark hair around one of her pale fingers. That complex compound with her ink black hair, she really does look like a villain from a horror movie. I hope you enjoy the food. A waitress turns about on her heels and walks back to the kitchen. I take this opportunity to examine my strawberry sundae. The glass is filled with the vanilla ice cream and cut strawberries topped with just amounts of cream. A single strawberry plump and bursting with life is set atop the mound of sweet cream. 2 silver spoons are sat at the table, glittering under the light of the restaurant. This whole setup really does remind me of lovers. I can imagine a young man and woman sharing this dessert, sneaking sly glances at one another between mouthfuls of ice cream, or maybe nudging one another's feet underneath the table. I am the table. I duck my head, my hands clasped together on my lap. I can feel my face turning red, just like the strawberry on the top of my sundae.
Are you alright, Reen?
I squirm.
I'm fine.
Are you sure you're not sick, are you? Did you get premature brain freeze? Is that a real thing?
Of course. If men can get premature baldness, then I'm sure girls can get premature brain freezes.
I'm not sure about that.
I'm fine. I'm not sick at all. You don't need to fuss.
Then you should start eating your ice cream. It'll melt if you leave it for too long.
That's right. We can't let that happen. Here, Reen, eat this now. I don't need you to feed me. I'm perfectly capable of feeding myself. But I wanted to try it. But why?
Sia pauses, pondering and pursuing her finger against her cheeks.
Well, I'm not sure. It's something that happens a lot in those romance markers my mother likes.
Oh, I know what you mean. I like stories like that too. You do? Well, the cute, innocent romance stories are so heartwarming.
Is that because your romance with me was the exact opposite of innocent to you?
Dad's face turns light pink. He coughs, glancing to the right in a suspicious, coy manner. Well, you've always been rather, forceful.
I don't want to know. I have no interest at all.
But we used to share food like this as well, didn't we?
Oh, yes. I might have fed you once or twice.
Even though you always went, Kai, that's embarrassing, not in public, Cookie. That's no slap that makes my skin crawl. I shake my head. Why do these two always have to talk like that? They're terrible. You'd think they were young teens lost in the trail of their first love, not grown adults who have been living together for more than a decade. Hey, love like that means they're still in love. Shut up.
Siri, your parents agree. It's very cute and a romantic gesture. But why are you so determined? I don't get it. Isn't it obvious?
Because I love you, Reen.
Well, I'm not unhappy about that, but then you should eat. I've always wanted to do this. Is there any act more intimate than sharing food? I mean, we need food to live. It's an important part of our lives. I guess I can see what you mean,
I swallow, trying to dispose a lump in my throat and nod my head.
Alright, fine. If I'm going to eat it, I should eat it quickly, otherwise it'll melt.
Yay, Reen, you're the best.
I don't know about that.
Open up, Reen. Say yeah.
So just where does this scenario kind of feel familiar? I feel my cheeks turning light pink. Well, that Mom and Dad are watching us. I instantly open my mouth as though sitting in a chair at the dentist.
Yeah, Thank you,
And with a kind of little giggle, Lean leans forward holding the spoon of love. I accept her kind offer and let the small amount of vanilla ice cream scooped up on the spoon. Ah. First mouthful was delicious, cool, and sweet. The ice cream melts across my tongue, and my taste buds quiver. The vanilla ice cream slides down my throat easily without hesitation, and the cream adds to the sweetness, though it isn't overpowering. It really is good. Maybe it's because Lucia's the one who fed me. Or maybe I'm just being sentimental. Or both. The world may never know. It's starting to get dark outside. When did you say your sister was going to pick you up, Lucille?
I'm not sure. She said she'd be here soon. And spends a lot of time on her appearance, so she's always late for everything.
You don't think she missed her flight, do you?
It's not something she can really miss. She'll get here when she gets here.
Does that mean your family have their own private plane? A plane? Are those still birds that fly up in the air? That's right. Have you heard of them before? You don't really need to use them in hell. We have portals and things. They're a lot more convenient. Portals? No, it does really sound like an interesting place. I rolled my eyes. If I weren't feeling so tetchy, I'd tell Dad to cut that nonsense out. It isn't even funny anymore. Where are you, Anya? I hope you didn't get lost. Lucille frowns, her arms folded, leaning back in her chair. She's wearing the same outfit she wore when I first met her, the loose, dark, black shirt, especially with pink ribbons like roses on a cake. I haven't seen Lucille wear that in a while. She hasn't needed to since Dad made her so many clothes. The sight of it makes something stir inside my chest. Feels like I've gone back in time to the moment when I found Lucille sitting in my kitchen, eating her ill-guarded cookies without any remorse. Back then I had no idea I'd grow to care about this girl as much as I do now. I'm scared. If I so much as blink, I'll forget about all the strange, impossible, incredible events that happened over the last week. Meeting Lucille was so amazing, I'm afraid I'll wake up tomorrow and I'll find out it was all one long, hazy dream. Lucille, would you like another cup of Lou's ship tea? It's good for clearing the mind.
Yeah, it's okay. I think I'll pass for now.
Does that mean my tea wasn't good enough?
No. That isn't it, Lucille. I'm just, I feel kind of funny, that's all. I don't know if I'm really ready to go home yet. I had so many fun experiences here, and I don't like it back home that much, even though I miss my mom and dad and all my big sisters. I don't have any friends, and I can't eat a lot of delicious foods, and I can't see Reen when I'm back at home either. Lucille, Reen, I know I said I had to go home, but I don't want to leave you after all. I know I probably annoy you and you got mad at me for being selfish. And I'm being selfish right now, but I want to stay with you. I want to go to school with you and play games with you and talk with you and spend time with you. We don't even need to eat food if you don't want to. I just like being with you more than anything in the world. Oh, how touching. Oh, I missed that part. Let's see, I blink momentarily, caught off guard. Something inside my chest twists. My heart hurts. My head feels heavy. I hold one hand to my chest, wincing. I like having you here too. You did? Yes. You know, you said I was a burden. Yes, despite myself and despite what I thought initially, I really did grow fond of you. My whole life before I met you, it was really boring. I didn't have any friends. And I didn't talk to anybody except my parents. I thought that's how it should be. That I preferred it that way, but I like spending time with you. I liked it more than I thought I would. Aw, Reen. What the hell? She runs over to me, wrapping my body in a tight hug. She squeezed so hard I can swear I hear my ribs splitting. But I can't bring myself to scold her. Not right now. In fact, I'm glad she's hugging me. It means I can bury my head in her arms and nobody will know that I'm crying. I don't even want to admit it to myself. I can't believe it. I don't cry. I never cry. I'm far too mature for that. That's why I always tell myself. So why? Wipe my eyes with the back of my hands. I hope my eyes ain't too red. I don't want to keep you away from your family. You know them for longer than you've known me, and they should come first. I don't want to be selfish. That's right. You're right. You're not a selfish girl. You might be a bit grumpy, but you really are nice after all. I don't want to go home, but maybe I should. Maybe I need to.
I've already intruded on your family enough, and I don't want to make my parents worried. Oh. Good lord, how much longer? I want to be done with this game. Oh, good lord. We've been streaming this for like once a week. Now what's this nonsense? You aren't abundant at all, dear. We loved having you here. Isn't that right, Kazuki? Yes, of course. Preparing food for you every day was like a dream.
Then that's that mean?
That's right. We'll be more than happy to let you stay here for as long as you want. The house has felt rather empty as of late since Yuki's always away at work. It was nice having somebody to take care of. Especially a cute girl like you. But I don't know if my parents would like that. They might...
Right about me. And my big sisters, too.
Oh, Lucy, do you really think we're that cruel? Huh? Uh-oh, sister's here. There's a strange woman standing in the hallway as though she's been here all along. She has long blonde hair that falls down to her waist, pale skin like that of a doll's, and deep red eyes framed with pale lashes. Why does she look so familiar? I glance between the scene and the mysterious interlude while blinking. It takes me a few moments to realize how uncanny similar they look. Who are you? The woman snorts one perfectly plucked eyebrow. I wonder how long she fusses over those in the mirror each morning raised. Are you honestly asking me that, little girl, me? Yes, I am. I don't usually stutter, but something about this woman's presence is discerning, and I find it hard to meet her eyes, her large red eyes. Of all the cheek... Well, my name's Oya Stopper Lewis. Have you not heard of me? Realizing finally... Oh, you must be one of Lucille's sisters. Indeed. I'm not just one of Lucille's sisters either. I'm the oldest, and the most intelligent and the most beautiful. Do you agree? Well, I didn't know what her other sisters looked like, so I couldn't say. Did she not tell you about me? She did not exalt my name, singing praises of my fair face and noble character. I certainly cannot say Miss O. Don't call me Miss O. That makes me sound old. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you, Miss. I'm sorry. I mean, my lady O. That makes it sound even worse. You creature. Don't you think I own a brothel? A brothel. There, don't get mad at Kuzo. He's a simple man, and he doesn't understand how to flatter women. That much is obvious. Irene glares at Dad, her lips pursed like a skulky child who has grown tired of playing with their dolls. At any rate, it appears as though you have enjoyed yourself with this family of humans, Lucille, bourishing though they are. A pause. Well, the women may have some common sense knocking around inside her skull. I'd rather think I could get along with her. I feel much the same. I like headstrong young women. Yes, indeed, I am a young woman. Not a miss or a madam. I'm a very headstrong. One must be, you know, to get what you want in this world. I quite agree. Of course, Mom would get along with this demonic operation for him. Sometimes I think Mom is quite devilish herself. I wonder, though, why a skilled woman of your caliber choose to marry a buffoon like this? But buffoon? Do you not worry his conduct will reflect badly upon you? Oh, I don't trouble myself over such things. We should worry about the judgment of others. I love Kazuo, and nothing else matters. Yuki, I didn't realize that you cared about me so much. My, you truly are an interesting woman. I would not be advised to the idea of having a drink with you to learn more about your philosophies on life. Oh, you flatter me. I'm not particularly interesting. I'm just a popular actress with lots and lots of fans. Mom, stop showing off. Showing off me? I would never. Yeah. At any rate, it seems, despite my original plan, that Lucille has rather enjoyed her time here. That's right. I really did enjoy myself. I got to eat lots of delicious food and wear nice clothes, and most of all, I got to spend time with Reem. Reem, is it? Yes, I'm Reem. Well, if that's how you truly feel, Lucille, who am I to begrudge you? You don't mean... Indeed, though I do not condone such behavior myself, and I can understand for the life of me why you find this unremarkable human family so interesting, I suppose it should be curious for me to take you back home then. Does that mean you're going to let me stay here? Is that really alright? If you wish to remain here, I suppose it would be acceptable. But what about Mom and Dad? Mother and Father miss you a great deal, but I believe they would be happy if you let them be for a while. Raising us 7 siblings for such a long while has rather worn Mother out, and I believe she would like a break. Oh yes, even though you're all older than me, none of you have left home yet, have you? That is none of your concern. I have not left home yet because there is no reason for me to. I thought you hadn't left because you were too proud to get a job. It's completely irrelevant. As the oldest sister of this family, I should not need to work. It would degrade me. At any rate, Mother and Father declared in our family meeting this morning that they would not have no objections to your continued residence in the human ward if you enjoy it so very much. The human ward? Yeah, you Norwegians use such rather insolent turns of phrasing. Yes, I said that because I'm a Norwegian, obviously. I am Norwegian. There's nobody more Norwegian than I. Kustutgat. I didn't know that you could even speak Norwegian, crew. Every woman has her secrets, dear. Evidently. Anyway, Lucille, the offer stands. Would you like to remain here? I very much would like to. I would like that a lot with all my heart. And we would love to have you, Lucille. You're such a sweet, polite, well-behaved little girl. I can't help but love you. You really did bring our household to life, and you brought a smile to all of our faces, too. Then, Maureen? Lucille looks at me shyly, her hands together at her front. You haven't changed your mind, have you? You weren't lying when you said you enjoyed having me here, right? It's strange seeing Lucille usually so confident and headstrong, unsure of herself, her head banging. Is that a measure just how much she cares for my opinion? Does she really value me that much? Isn't that a little strange? Maybe not. Maybe it's because no matter how cold I may have been with her in the past, she still cares for me. And as for me, what do I think about Lucille? What is Lucille DeVos to me? I gave this a great deal of thought yesterday, and I believe after questioning myself, I found my answer. I love her. I'm still a young girl, and I don't entirely know what love is, but I'm sure there will be time for me in the future to learn it. I want to learn more about this strange emotion, which makes my heart beat spike, and my face flush like pink for Lucille. I want to learn about my feelings alongside this sweet, funny, impossible, energetic girl, the girl that I care more about than anybody else. Lucille DeVos, my first and best friend, and maybe even more than that. Weird. Of course I wasn't lying, silly. I don't like telling lies, especially not about important things like that. So does that mean we can stay together? If you desire it, then you can. But is it really okay? You're a demon of gluttony, Lucille, so don't be afraid to be greedy. If you want something, you should seize it. That's right. It's a good lesson to learn. Don't shy away from speaking your mind, and don't hold back when it comes to what you desire. Although I don't really get the whole demon thing. Maybe that's because I'm stupid. It's probably a Norwegian saying, dear. Yes, of course, Ariel. Then in that case, Lucille looks at me in her red flashing eyes. What I want more than anything in the world is to stay with me. Oh. Lucille runs at me, almost knocking me backwards, and wraps her arms around my neck in a warm, tight embrace. Oh, that's a choke. That's a sleeper hold. The weight of her body is comforting. I can hear the sound of her heart beating in sync with my own. My face flushes red, and I bury my head against her chest. Reen, I really do love you. My face turns redder still. A candied apple. I shiver. Idiot. I don't know why I say it. I just do. I can't help myself. Lucille should know by now that I don't mean it. Not really. That idiot, rather than being an insult, is more like a term of affection. An endearment. I can call her that because I like her. No, that isn't it. That's wrong. I don't like her. I think I love you too. Oh. Yay. And ladies and gentlemen, we have finally beaten Starwberry Vinegar. Thank the Lord. We have gotten the worst ending in the first video of this, and we got the best ending, I think, the best ending at this point. Am I not allowed to skip the credits? Thank you for playing. Yeah, you're welcome. 9 years later. Oh, wait a minute. I lie here embraced by a sea of fraying green leaves. The tart aroma of strawberry hangs in the air, tickling my nose. Though my eyes are closed, I can almost smell the greenness hanging in the air. The soil is cold against my back, damp from the morning dew. It soaks through my shirt, chilling my skin. It's not entirely uncomfortable, however. In fact, I think it's rather relaxing. With my eyes closed, everything feels more intense, more alive. I can almost feel the earth pulsing underneath me, beneath the tips of my fingers and exposed thighs. When was the last time I came to this place? It must have been back when I was in elementary school. Time really does fly. When I think back on it, it's kind of scary how much has happened to happen so very, very quickly, almost in the blink of an eye. I used to hate coming here on school trips. I thought these strawberry fields tucked away amongst the mountains were gray, dull, and utterly uninteresting, just like my life. That is, until I met her, Lucille DeMars. Now my life's been nothing more than a one long string of exciting and possible events, one after the other, and I wouldn't swap it for the world. Lucille managed to force her way into my heart, stubborn and headstrong as she is, and she's been residing in there ever since. I no longer feel like my old self. Sakuguri. Lucia has become a critical part of me, as important as the blood that runs through my veins, or the air that I breathe. I don't know what I would do without her. To be perfectly honest, the thought is kind of frightening. She is my first friend, my best friend, and even more than that. Fortunately, I don't have to worry about that right now. That's because... Hey, Reen, what are you doing lying down here, working on your tan? What was that? Give me 1 second. And we're back. Lucia stands before me as a smile playing across her lips. She looks different to how she did 9 years ago, but then again, so do I. Lucia is still Lucia, though. Undeniably so. She may be a bit taller now with higher cheekbones and a more mature figure, but she still has the same handsome blonde hair and red eyes. Red eyes that peer down at me, filled with mischief. I pout. That's right, I was sunbathing. You're blocking the light. Can you move, please? Oh, how cold, Reen. I thought you came here to spend time with me. I can spend time with you anyway. You're always hanging around me. You say that like it's a bad thing, but I know you like it, really. How confident. Have I done or said anything that would give you that impression, Lucille? Oh, nothing. Nothing at all, just... With a mischievous smile tugging at her lips, Lucille shakes down to her knees and leans towards. She plants her hands at either side of her head and ducks her own so our faces are suddenly closed so inches apart. If you didn't like me, you wouldn't let me do this, would you? And with that, she presses a soft, chastising kiss against my lips. You so promised. I let you kiss me once or twice and you start acting like the Queen of the Nile. That's right, just call me Cleopatra. That's a terrible pun. I'm sorry, my bad. I just wasn't born with your sharp wits, Reen. Why aren't you too busy picking strawberries anyway? I thought that'd be the first thing you do. Well, it's true that I like strawberries, but I like you even more, Reen. I'm flattered. Sitting here really does bring back memories. This was the first school trip I ever went on with you, Reen. That's right. I can still remember how you scurried up that tree in search of apples. How could I forget? It's a memory that has remained with me for years now. Lucille's still good at climbing trees too. Just the other day I saw her screwing up one of the elm trees that were to rescue a small child's balloon. I think the kids in the neighborhood like her. She's very popular. Every time I go out with Lucille, they'll flock around her, like she's some kind of superhero. Is that all it takes to earn the favor of today's youth? Being Marjorie good at climbing trees? How sad. It's not like I'm jealous or anything, though. I don't care that Lucille is more popular than me. I don't care at all. Hey, cut that out. My cheeks ain't made for me. I'm sorry, you were just looking kind of pouty there. Pouty? That's right, you were feeling jealous, Reen. Of course not. As if I waste my energy being jealous. That's just a waste of time. Good, I'm glad you realize that. I love you more than anybody else in the whole world, you know. You've already said that. I thought you might need reminding. Even though you're really smart, you can be kinda silly sometimes. Says the girl who always puts her shirts on backwards in the morning, still doesn't understand how to do long division. I don't need to understand how to do long division. I'm a music student. You look like a music student too. And what's that supposed to mean? I mean, you always wear those ridiculous outfits. Do you have to show off so much skin? It's probably another reason why the local kids, the boys in particular, like Lucia so much. She doesn't dress herself properly in the winter, and in the summer it's even worse. This is all Mom's fault. I think I get what's going on. What do you mean? There's nothing going on. I really think there is. You're picking me to try and hide your mad, uncontrollable desire, aren't you? What on earth are you talking about, you idiot? Oh, nothing. I'm just so unbelievably adorable, especially in this outfit, that you can't help yourself. You were lying here on your own because you were afraid if I got too close you'd be consumed by your desires. I am not that depraved. I do have some self-control, you know. Oh, so admit that this outfit is testing your self-control then. I just think it's improper, that's all. You shouldn't go shopping with my mother anymore. She always picks out weird outfits. I think your mom has good taste. This outfit is super adorable. Even Anya said so. Well, Anya would think that. I feel kind of bad for Kaja though. I haven't worn any of his outfits he's made for me in a while. I'm sure Dad can cope. He's been particularly busy in himself, surprisingly enough. So about my outfit, are you still talking about this? That's right, I want to hear your opinion. I'm afraid I told you, it's improper. That's what you said, but that's not what you really think. I want to know the truth, Reen. I demand the truth. You can't handle the truth. Alright. Fine. I think it looks cute. Okay? It really looks cute. You look so cute, I'm turning red just looking at you. What? You really go that far? I might have been a bit too transparent with my feelings there. Why on earth did I say something so candid? Must be Lucia's fault. Maybe she cast a spell on me. Don't make me say it again. I shouldn't need to say it again. Say it at all. You should already know what I think about you. Yeah, I know. See a smart smile resting her head against my shoulder. Her hair tickles against my cheeks and nose. But I don't shove her away. I don't even try to. I like it when she rests against me like this. The warmth of her body is comforting, her heartbeat as familiar as my own. You love me, right, Reen? That's right. I still don't know entirely what that word means, but I know I love you. And I love you too. My shirt even says it. Did you notice? Does it say I heart flowers? No, it just says it's a cherry blossom. So I heart Sakuba. No, just not Sakubo. Don't you get it? It was your mother's idea. Oh, I see. Ha ha ha. Very clever. Yep, I love you lots and lots, Reen, and I want everybody to know that beneath your cold exterior, you're actually a really cute, sweet, huggable girl. You're just saying that you're just trying to be nice. You're a lot cuter than I am. No, you. No, Reen. You're the cutest girl in the world. I won't take no for an answer. Well, if you refuse to accept common sense, I suppose I can't argue. You think whatever you want. I will. You don't need to cackle about it, though. I'm sorry, but I am a demon. I need to cackle about some things or I'll lose my credibility. Since when did you care about credibility? You got me. You got me there. I may not care about that, but there are things I do care about. Like what? Like this, for instance. Sue dips her head and presses a kiss against my lips. Oh, goodness. Well, I flushed and my legs tremble. I fell back against the... And this is when it got weird, folks. I fell back against the trunk of a nearby tree, but Lucia's lips don't pat from mine. Though we've been dating for a couple years now, Lucia's some displays of affection still managed to take me by surprise. My cheeks turn red and my heart pounds and a fluttery little feeling sprints through my stomach. Despite being such a cynic, I guess I'm quite a maiden after all. I thought Lucia was pretty when I first met her, cheeks and lips covered in cookie crumbs, and my opinion hasn't changed one bit over the years. If anything, I think she's grown even prettier. I don't know if I'm worthy of her. Lucia's so bright and cheerful, but I'm inclusive and gloomy. I don't understand why she likes a plain girl like me, but it's not like I'm not happy about it. Hey, Reen. Lucia's always drawn me... draws it away from me. Her face is inches away from mine. Her nose is almost blushing. Her eyes are half riddled, and she looks unusually serious. My heart seizes up in my chest. It's hard to breathe. Sometimes I forget. Also, it can be pretty cool when she wants to be. Yes, what is it? Don't think silly thoughts. I love you, and that's all there is to it. Don't question how I feel. I'll never lie to you. Aww. How did she know what I was thinking? Was it really obvious? No matter how she looks, Lucille can be quite perceptive when she wants to be. Embarrassingly so. Maybe that's because we've been together for so long. Sometimes she might know me even better than I know myself. I'm sorry, I still can't believe it. You better start believing it soon. I'm not going anywhere. Thank you. You don't need to thank me for loving you. I can't help it. It's all your fault. Because you're so cute. No, you. Still giggles. You're so adorable when you get stubborn. Reen, it makes me want to kiss you even more. Nyeh. Well, we got the best ending in the game. That's a positive. My face is flushed. My bones have turned this gentle. I feel like I'm melting. It must be because I love her. Her mouth tastes sweet, but not only cloying so, it's how Lucille should taste. It's because Lucille is Lucille, with all her noisy, unpredictable, painful mannerisms, that I like her, that I love her, that I want to stay with her no matter what. In the better words, when you die, you go to hell. Wow, and that's the best ending we got in the game, everybody. So yeah, we are officially done with this game. So we got the Strawberry Kiss and the Sherbet Nightmare. I'm just missing 2, 3, 4, and 5 left. Well, let's take a look at the author's notes. Hello, and thank you for reading Starwberry Vinegar. This is Eva, and I'm going to talk about Starwberry Vinegar and share some interesting facts about the story. I wanted to write SV because I just finished Ashbone, which is a sad and dark, so I wanted to work on something light and cheerful instead. It has also been a while since I wrote something set in Japan with lots of fun anime cliches. Festivals and school trips and cute maids out. Okay, so that is good. But until next time, when you see another visual novel, which will be the one with the dogs, this is the DOUG signing off saying, thank you for joining me on this little trip of Starwberry Vinegar, and I'll see you all next Tuesday for the next start of a visual novel. Till then, tally ho!